What's going on, everybody? Sorry that it's late. I've had a long day. Yeah, I finished reading for the day. Chapter 4 of Romans was just as, not confusing, just as difficult to break down as chapter 3. I only wrote like one thing. There is so much going on in these chapters. And what I'm getting that is leading into is from, you know, the belief of the Old Testament in God, God's righteousness, God who He was, the I am that I am, and I feel like it's leading us, or bringing us into the redemptive plan of Jesus Christ, because then we are justified by grace through faith, right? We're saved by grace through faith, but we're justified by the blood. So the blood pays for the cost or the price of sin for us. And before there was that, there was the belief. That's why it was going over how Abraham's belief was like out of this world. He doubted at no point, right? And he didn't let nothing like took away from his belief in God being able to do just what He promised, and God fulfilling His promise. He believed God so strong. Like, and then it talks about circumcision and how, if circumcision, because this is when they were talking, Paul is going back and forth, about, Jews and Gentiles who haven't been circumcised, Jews who are circumcised, and how the Jews were saying, well, circumcision, made them righteous. And Paul goes over how God, counted Abraham's belief as righteousness, right? So if Abraham at this point was not circumcised, is circumcision what makes you righteous, or is it your belief that makes you righteous, right? And then you can go even deeper in saying, well, because some people are like, well, people believe in God, but they don't live it out. Well, to truly believe, not just believe there is a God, but to believe in God, you would follow His commandments. Because to believe God, you would believe everything He says. You would believe all of that He says about you, which goes into love, right? You would believe that He loves you. You would see it that way, and you would begin to fall in love with Him. And out of love, you would not sin. Not out of, I'm afraid, even though some people, that's where they're at, initially, but it's not a fear as in I'm afraid of God, but as a reverence or a respect and a love. Just like you would, have a fear, I feared my parents, I love them, I respect them, I reverence them, and I was obedient to them. Just like out of a fear and reverence in relationships, you love your husband or your wife, you respect your husband or your wife, and then you stay faithful to them, right? Out of that. So it's getting deeper than I thought, but I'm glad that I'm doing this. I'm so glad and thankful for anyone who is joining me in this challenge. I pray that you're getting something out of it as well. I love to see the comments. I love to read what you guys have got from that. So continue to read, continue to write, continue to do your videos, do what you do. It's going to benefit you, I promise. All right? Y'all have a great night. Peace.